Now, APC and other lawmakers that came up with that electoral act, particularly section 77 and all the subsections, they had, I want to believe that they had a kind of a bad idea in mind of what is currently playing out during the primaries. The intention was that, look, Sebi, they have been jumping from PDP to APM to everything and then back to our party now. Let us look for a kind of a handcuff.
Anywhere.
But it was a kind of, there's still some lacuna there. Just this morning I was reading something, a piece from a lawyer, and the lawyer was able to establish the fact that yes, you participated. If a person participates in the primaries of a political party today and he loses out, he has the opportunity of going to another political party.
Despite that,
Actualize the idea of the electoral act, we were doing it. They lay so much emphasis. On primaries. The kind of primaries we have. The law, electoral act, made provision for only two, which should be either direct primaries or consensus. They now said for direct primaries, it's still there in the law, and even when you get to court, they will tell the court, no, if you cannot, what is not in the law you cannot put. The direct primaries make provision that, look, 21 days your names must have been submitted to INEC. But what happened to the consensus? The consensus arrangement. So what that simply means is that, let's say for instance, if the likes of Engineer Noimont, or let me go back to Ogun East, Daniel once said it in the television, on the page of television, that he knows that he can beat the incumbent governor at the primary election there. Then there is an opportunity for him to probably go. And what we'll do is this: go to any other political party of your choice now.
Despite that section of
the section of the Electoral Act did not stipulate that registered the party register will be used to pick consensus. That's where I'm going. But provided all the contestants all the aspirants in order did not stipulate that. It only stipulated that in the case of the direct primaries, you must make use of putting to writing that yes, we are stepping down for him, let him go. Then they will. So that is a kind of a lacuna that the lawyer has been able to study and then been able to come out with that even if you lose from the party A today, you can move into party B, but your lawyer will have to be able to convince the court. And what is not in the court, what's not in the law, the court will not help you to insert. So I think that's the position of the law. So we have to, I took my time to go through the Electoral Act, and I find out that yes, the lacuna actually exists. Despite the fact that the intention was to gag all these greedy, let me call them greedy, even quote and unquote greedy politicians. Because I don't know, I don't see the way you want to belong to a particular political ideology. You now say because there's crisis here, you move to another party. How about the political ideology of the party you are moving to? Does it align with your own ideological belief? If it does not, then, but because some of them are looking for where they will still butter their bread, where the personal aggrandizement will come and play, and that's why they are jumping around. So I think that's the position.
Okay, we've talked about the Ogun East Senatorial District, the power play during the primaries. We've talked about Ogun West. Can you speak in relation to Ogun Central? What was your experience like?
Well, I think it's the same thing in the two senatorial zones, East and West, where the power incumbency showed.
Talking about Ogun Central now.
Yes, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Former Governor Bikule Amosu.
It is the same thing.
Versus
it was Okemoson.
The current senator.
It was Okemoson's. It was Okemoson's choice. Femi is here as a reporter, as a correct. We knew all these things from day one, from the days of the local government election. That was when the Okemoson clique were started building their structure. And it was aimed at today's event. so that they can have a grasp of the entire thing. So they started from the local government elections, where it was alleged that every candidate, the form was purchased by one person. Let me come as a reporter. You know, we see so many things that sometimes we may not be able to report it. I was somewhere with some very influential people in the Electoral Commission, and a man came in. I was the only odd person. Every other person were politicians and decision makers. And the man came in and said he does when he's around, he don't want to say hello to you. And then when he left, he said, "Do I know you?" I said, "No." He said, "That's the candidate picked by the governor for my local government." I said, "Imagine." And that if the election was free and fair, there was no way they would give it to him. But the governor said this is a person they must use. So, except we want to pretend, as reporters we know. So that's what is manifesting today. The choice of Salisu, if it was thrown open for a level field, I'm not sure that's what the result would be. Just as it happened in Ogun East. Ogun East, from day one, we saw the intention. Somehow, I was right there at the Asoludero court the day